Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another crypto video. If you enjoy daily crypto content, make sure you press the like button and make sure you subscribe to be notified every time I upload another crypto news video. Bitcoin BTC price may bounce to 9,175, then hit further resistance. As Bitcoin price is beginning to rise, crypto traders are turning bullish, expecting BTC to break 9,000, but a resistance may follow. So the last couple of days have not been too good for Bitcoin. We saw a pretty sharp decline happening, which left many to wonder what exactly was gonna go and happen. Now, since today we were actually rising for a little bit, which has started to decline, many have speculated that this rise was going to continue and get BTC back up above $9,000. The contents of this article are: we might see a bounce upwards here, higher prices coming, and reasons to be cautious. Well, if we just scroll through, the first tweet comes from Crypto Michael. He said, still remaining the same on higher time frames, but we might see a bounce upwards to 9,175 here. That's my main level to watch for potential resistance if market bounces up. George said, morning, I'm long again here. Lows were swept into a daily OB. Range low was reclaimed and there's loads of liquidity left to be swept to the upside. I don't see any reason to be short-term bearish here. Let's see what we get. And then below there, he actually posted another tweet, which was, closed half here for about 1 hour profit, 0.5 hour realized, holding the rest towards target unless I start seeing bearish signs. Let's get it. And then reasons to be cautious is crypto trader Joker, however, is among those who are not so optimistic. He gives 3 reasons to be careful. One of those reasons is Bitcoin lost EMA 21 and 55, $9,000 to $8,800 support on the 3D chart. 3-day chart. MACD bearish cross and selling momentum has increased, and BTC finds resistance at $8,800 to $9,500 level, while supports are at $7,300 to $7,800. We are, I guess, just a little bit above $8,800 though. I think we actually crossed it pretty far if this is already adjusted for minus 0.7% on the hourly. Now, XRP and Gold have one thing in common, according to Trading Ledger Peter Brandt. Criticizing gold or XRP is the third rail of Twitterville, says trading guru Peter Brandt. So a toxic community, and are gold bugs just as bad? At first look, it seems as though XRP and gold are hardly comparable. However, veteran Peter Brandt has found one thing that binds the standard and the precious metal together: their militant Twitter communities. In his new tweet, he says that posting negative comments about these two assets is the third rail of crypto Twitter. Chi Girl said on Twitter, what people do not realize is that any pullback in gold is an opportunity. Stop being a hater. And then Peter Brandt replied and said, don't you realize that negative comments about gold and XRP and positive comments about equities are the third rails of Twitterville? So basically saying that gold and XRP, those negative comments about them, I guess, are not being accepted, and negative prices, same way. You know, many people are there to back it up and say if the price goes down, it's a good opportunity. Peter Brandt criticizes people for saying this, though I do think that there is actually a pretty understandable reason behind it. For example, if you as an individual really believe that the asset you're holding is going to do good, then of course it is so that anytime the price goes down, it's a good opportunity. For example, I here, who have always diversified in different cryptos, and I would never state that I'm only into one crypto or that only one crypto is good. I will also tell you that many of these cryptos and many different assets are just really smart to buy when the prices go lower, just because we know economic sessions. We know exactly that it's going to be going like this all the time. It's going to be, if you follow my mouse, it's going to be going like this a little bit, up and down a little bit. But at the end, most of the time, whole markets tend to go upwards. So even though there's a lot of volatility, in the end, most of the time, we are able to make profit. And the same goes for XRP, for gold, for Bitcoin. There's just a lot of good opportunities to get into it and get yourself an advantage. Now, the big question behind there, or that still faces us, is when is there a bottom, when is there a fake bottom, and when should you start to really buy instead of should you be selling, right? Because it could be that you think it's a bottom, but it's going to go down 50% lower. That's the only risk you have. But I guess if you're still convinced it's going to go up over longer term, like I believe with XRP and Bitcoin, then any point is good to buy at, right? Theoretically speaking. Peter Brand said in February 2020, the 20th, he said, "It will be interesting to see if this HNS top plays out head and shoulders. If so, the target would be 0.2071. This tweet poses a possibility, not a prediction. And again, guys, I do not do price predictions, all right? For a very long time I don't know if I ever actually did, giving you guys my own price prediction. I look at other people's thoughts, other people's tweets, other people's articles, and I try to, give them to you guys to get a better overview of the market and to go over all the news that's out there / conclusions / hype and whatever. I just try to give it to you guys. I don't really think you'll find a price prediction in my video for like the last year or so, maybe even 2 years, because I can't remember doing one. But hey, all right, if you find it, it's also pretty cool. I will not do it anymore from this point on forward, I guess, is the best I could say. And in this case here, he is saying out a possibility and not a prediction, which is also another different thing. There's a lot of possibilities, and I'm quite convinced that nobody knows what's going to happen, and all the price predictions are just useless and fake. I always get a lot of feedback from that by people telling me that I'm stupid or that price predictions do have a purpose. I personally think they're there to let people down because they tend to not follow up, but hey. Peter Brand said, "I periodically volunteer comments on various charts. The rudeness and immaturity of XRP fans, crypto fans in general, is insulting and lacks civility. In the future, I will limit crypto charts to another social media group that actually seeks to learn." That's actually pretty nice of a comment, I must admit, all right? He actually just states that they don't want to learn. They lack civility, so, screw them. I guess, it's not nicest for XRP, but it is understandable from his perspective. If people don't want to learn, you should kind of skip out on them. I get that part, and I have not witnessed exactly what happened, but if he says that that's what he noticed, then hey, he is his own judge. Chainlink, a coin I've not talked about on the channel for years, I think. I bought Chainlink, I think maybe 2 years ago or so, right? I bought some by accident, I think. Wait, no, that was actually Lisk. I bought Link, I think, actually a couple months ago by accident. And I just see so many bots in the comment section of YouTube videos all the time saying how this is the best thing that ever happened to you or the best coin anybody could ever buy. And it kind of makes me not want to get into the coin at all, because there's so many bots out there. But hey, Chainlink price may surge 24% as project partners up with ETC, Ethereum Classic. After a bloody 18% drop in Bitcoin, many traders have shifted their attention to high-tech altcoins. Chainlink has something in store. And I don't really know if this is like an advertisement of some sort, because if Bitcoin doesn't do that well, it's not necessarily a smart move to move over into altcoins, because most of the time if Bitcoin falls hard, altcoins fall even harder. So I would not say it's the best idea. But if Bitcoin makes a little bit of a recovery, then sometimes it is smart to get into altcoins. But here, you got yourself a little bit of Chainlink stuff. They did really, really well as they got themselves a collaboration with Ethereum Classic. And I guess he talked about it as well. Peter Vass posted on Twitter, "American FinTech Ripple, blah, blah, blah." Well, it was an article that said American FinTech Ripple's clients might soon be able to issue stablecoins via cross-border payments platform RippleNet. It's actually most of what we talked about on David Schwartz's Ripple Drop episode. But it is now again confirmed by some other different sources that they're really gonna go through with all of this, right? We're just seeing more and more of that they're really gonna follow up instead of just keeping it as a one-time idea and deal. But really more and more is coming out. Even today, even though the podcast or the video cast, I guess, was already, I think the 27th or so of February. Nobody buys XRP to give Ripple money, David Schwartz. Ripple CTO David Schwartz insists that his company never ran an ICO, contrary to what critics have to say. Ripple doesn't need your money. What's the point of XRP? There's an ongoing Twitter debate, right? And I actually might even still dedicate more of a separate video to this whole matter, but I don't know, maybe we were discussing everything right now. I don't know just yet. There is an ongoing Twitter debate about whether or not Ripple ran an ICO by selling XRP tokens, which was started by former Bitcoin core developer Peter Todd. So this whole ongoing situation is also shown in the lawsuit that Ripple has, or lawsuits that they had. According to Ripple CTO David Schwartz, the blockchain titan doesn't get money from those who buy XRP tokens. Instead, it gets funded by venture capitalists and angel investors. So this is actually regarding how to get a share in Ripple and how Ripple theoretically gets its money. Right? We all know that they sell XRP to, become more profitable, but we also know that Ripple is based upon investors and venture capitalists. You could just check the funding rounds, which is what Ripple was made out of. Does this pass? This is actually coming all the way back from December. I don't really know why it's in here right now. I don't really know why I have it right here, but I thought it connected to my story. I think it was because a lot of people were now again talking about the situation of, Ripple is being funded by all the XRP sales and whatnot. I think I wanted to get the article in here to clarify a couple of those things. David Schwartz says, nobody buys XRP to give Ripple money to do things. We were VC/angel funded and we're going to build regardless. We started selling XRP only after there was a market price and for negligible amounts compared to our other funding. And also, Ripple doesn't need your money. Schwartz explained that people buy ICO tokens to invest in the company that issues them. Ripple, on the other hand, would be able to continue the development of its tech without XRP with the help of its venture capital funding. XRP wasn't used as a fundraising mechanism to get the network up and running, but now Brad Garlinghouse did admit that without XRP, they probably or might have not been profitable. But hey, that's for any company. If you take away part of their solutions or part of what they got, then yeah, they might not be as profitable as before. It's to some extent quite logical. They also built their whole model surrounding this, so yeah, it's not that strange. Does this pass? Also asked, spend 5 minutes looking around the retail XRP investors. It's clear the perception is that Ripple sell XRP, which goes to building the XRP ecosystem. That's, to me, quite true. They expect Ripple to add value to XRP, hoping price follows that value. Without Ripple, they wouldn't invest in XRP. That's true now. That's definitely true. And David Schwartz also says, even if that's true, it certainly wasn't true years ago. But for me personally, I probably would not be a Ripple or an XRP fan, I should say, if Ripple wasn't around. I probably wouldn't be too excited about it just because there's not really that much that makes XRP unique. There's a couple of things, of course, and please don't go in the comment section just ranting on like, XRP is so unique, you just don't know the potential value and stuff. Yeah, sure. But still, completely honest, without Ripple as an entity behind it, it would just not be as interesting to get into. Just completely honest, my own opinion, right? And what's the point of XRP? Well, Brad Garlinghouse argued that, oh wait, actually there's no real basis in here at all, actually. There's nothing, what's the purpose of XRP here is just they sell it, I guess is the only thing they're saying here. And that XRP doesn't give you control over Ripple. Cryptocurrencies price prediction, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. Bitcoin price prediction, BTC to USD bulls flex muscles climbing above $8,600. A lot of people were really happy with this climb, but still, it was to no avail as the prices are now back down again and falling. So that wasn't too nice, I guess. Ethereum price analysis, ETH to USD bulls face a brick wall on approach to $232. Well, $232 is far up again as we've fallen way down below. Again, this is all interesting and stuff if we're still above the prices, because you might argue that, are we going to stay up there or not? But since we're already back down from those points, I don't think it's too important. Same goes for XRP at 24 cents. We didn't actually hit 24 cents, I believe, today, but they tried to. But again, we're seeing now that there's a big wall again. It's not working out. Maybe later on it's going to still pop up, do good, but for right now, it's not looking like it just quite yet. I had Leonidas in here for a tweet, but I guess I deleted it. It was this one, I believe. Was it this one right here? Yes. It's the National Bank of Fujairah, PJSC, has announced its partnership with Ripple. Let's quickly press that. Boom, boom, boom. Herald Sheets Live Cryptocurrency Tech and News. National Bank of Fujairah seals partnership with Ripple for cross-border money transfers. Really amazing again. This is all coming along quite nicely. quite freaking nicely. The bank plans to leverage the benefits embedded in RippleNet to give its large Indian customer reliable remittances to India via IndBank. The CEO of the National Bank of Fujairah, Vince Cook, said, "In a fast-moving environment, banks have to act with agility and constantly look for new, improved ways to serve their clients." Really quite true, really smart decision, and I guess, yeah, welcome on board, right? Welcome on board. I think Leonidas had another tweet as well, but oh wait, I think it's actually because of this, right? Because I saw the announcement here, which was March 2nd, but then I went to check about when it occurred, and then I noticed it's already there for like a couple of months before, because Leonidas just posted this all the way back here in September 2019. Maybe that's, I guess, why I had it open. I think that's why. But yeah, whatever, guys, you get the whole story. Hopefully you guys got it all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button, guys. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. It really supports the channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe and comment down below what coins you'd like me to talk about next. Today, I took up on your advice to talk about Chainlink a little bit. Just introduced it here because I've never talked about them before. But I want to see you guys' feedback, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care and have a very, very nice day.